After lunch, I think everybody done with the lunch. So we are starting now with Anuj. Anuj is the founder and CEO of G-Start Technology. He is going to share more about subscription commerce, future of e-commerce. So over to you, Anuj.
Yeah, thank you, Manish. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope everyone is still awake after the lunch break. So, yeah, we are going to talk about subscription commerce, future of e-commerce, the way it's driving the business for the e-commerce. So, I'm starting with the content that I have prepared. So, just start with the definition. I guess everyone knows that, but just to reiterate the same. So business model which allow you to the sell products or services and get a recurring revenue at every interval of time. It also helps, like for the company to give the same goods or services to the buyers at the every regular interval of time, and they get the recurring revenue from the as a payment. And the idea is, or the more focus is on customer retention rather than finding a new customer every day. So you get the payment from the same customer again and again, every interval of time. So like how it works in general. So if I say about the sales process, like for the traditional transactional economy, you start with the flat pricing and simple quotation based on the lead, and there is no additional charges or any special charges added. So the moment it approves, we get it done or we deliver the goods. We raise the single invoice one time and we get the one time paid. Unlikely to the this transactional economy, if we check the subscription economy, it is something like a recurring one. So the moment we see the customer, we check with the requirement or the type of products they are looking for. Based on the available options, we may have different packages and different tire pricing based on the selection options. And on the top of that, like if it is a service industry, then we may ask for the setup charges or per user charges or amount of users charges, right? And once the setup is done, you enter into the initial start phase, and then you pay recurring uh, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, where you have option to either change the order or maybe you upgrade or downgrade your packages based on the selection options given by the vendor. And being a customer, you have options, either you can pause it or you can cancel the order. Otherwise, it will continuously in the renewal of process of infinite loop. So let's talk about main benefits being a seller, whether it's like goods selling or service selling. So I'm starting with the major important one, like recurring revenue. So you really do not need to find a new customer every day. You get the payment or money from the same customer at the every interval of time. So it helps. Uh, since you know like what is there, you have always option to predict the business and how you are going to deliver, when it is required to be delivered, and how many orders or things that you can expect at every point of time. So it always helps us to predict the business in a based manner. Since we can predict the business, we have always better option to manage the supply chain and the inventory. So it also helps with the less wastage and storage downing, and will help to get a better planning. Subscription drives continuous innovation. So since customer has option to switch in and switch out at any point of time, you always need to be on your toe to deliver the highest quality of goods or services. Otherwise, customer can easily move away because they really do not need to lose any major thing. So yeah, it gives you a benefit to deliver the new enhancement and new things to the customer, and at the same time, like you have a very small cycle to deliver that. So if we talk about the software subscriptions, you can easily make a new version or new features. You can test, iterate, and communicate quickly to the existing customers or the new set of customers, and you invest in retention or upsell of the existing goods. The users-based charges. This is the, I guess, the best benefit of the subscription model. So unlike to the one-time payment, I would say like something you buy a Microsoft Office software for your PC or laptop, and you just pay it for one time. Instead of that, if you buy it as a cloud solution or a SaaS solution, then you need to pay for infinite pricing. So it will keep continue with the till the time you are using the same software. So it allows merchant to get a benefit of infinite pricing. They can continue getting money or the revenue till the time you are using as a software or solution or product. So that's the main benefit, I believe. The another important benefit is like shared infrastructure. So when we talk about the goods or products, it help us to manage the supply chain. So since like what needs to be delivered when uh, uh, earlier, then you make the benefit of managing the better processes, and you make a plan like how you can use the all the resources and the collaboration so that you get the maximum outcome of your resources and your energy. Based on that, I would say like if you have a better processes, it will surely reduce the operating cost and efforts with the increase of customer base. So ideally, it is a common for any kind of business, but it will give you extra advantage with the subscription model. Since we talk about the merchant side benefits, let's see how it goes with the customer side. So being a customer of the subscription product or service, it gets the benefit of real-time customer vendor relationship. So, the seller can understand what the buyer is looking for, and they can always make to the level like they can match to the expectations. So it always help customer to get a cherry on the top. Building on customer habits, since you already know your customer or you have already proven track with the same product or services, you easily get idea like about the demand and supply, and based on that, you can make a plan like how much inventory you should keep, what are the packages or subscription boxes you can sell to the customer, and yeah, it will always help the other side. So being a customer, you have option to pause, exit, or rejoin subscription at any point of time. So you do not need to pay for one-time full fee for any subscription. So here I can take an example of Magento Edition. Unlike to buying it for one-time license, cost of like $200, $300 dollars, you can have a subscription with maybe $10 to $20 per month, where you can continue using the same till the time you are required, or if you get a better option, or if you don't need it, you can certainly go out, or for a time being, you can also pause it based on the need. This is, I guess, the most important thing. The onus is on always on vendor side to provide the continuous values to the customer. So as I said earlier, like vendors are always on their toe to deliver the highest level of quality and consistency throughout the customer life period when they are subscribed with the any of the products or services with the system. It minimizes the risk for the customer side. So we all know, being in IT field, to make a big enterprise project, it takes quite number of month or time. And if the same solution is available as a subscription or maybe a SaaS, then you can always use it easily. And since you already know the success rate, you can always save the time and efforts. It is already said that like 80% failure rate for the big B2B enterprise software projects. So you don't know till the time you are building it, and when you launching it into the market, you get to know like whether it will go success or not. Instead of that, if something is ready made and you are getting it as an additional usage for the same, then yeah, it will surely save your time and efforts and well, money as well. So based on that, like the 1 year subscription cost is always lesser than the enterprise POC software or service that we are always thinking to build. So this always help to evaluate your idea and your idea of business. And then once you are settled down and you have a really good cash flow and you need a standalone your own application, uh, then yeah, it is good to have made it at that time. So subscription model is having a quite different business models. It doesn't just connected with like a SaaS or service subscription. So here I'm starting with the product-based subscription. Um, since very long ages, I would say like we are using a newspaper or magazine subscription at our home or offices, and same for like fashion, food, grocery. This is like a quite new trend since last decade, I would say. And a couple of good subscription examples are like sample products or miniatures where cosmetic industry or fashion industry is using very well nowadays to just allow customer to try something as a new, and once they like it they can buy it with the larger size or can continue buying on the subscription basis. So based on product, we can check for the service, which is not new. SaaS solutions is always known to all of us being in IT. And yep, I guess uh, Adobe Commerce Cloud or Shopify is a great example of SaaS solutions. The hosting companies are also like a similar way software services, and same for maintenance contracts. Something like an online paid directory, Just Dial, or if you say Clutch, those are also good service-based free or paid subscription model to check with the services. Now, there are a couple of subscription which has both service and product as a hybrid option. So we have seen nowadays like many electronics companies or the smartphone devices, they give with the purchase of device and give the option with the couple of services as a contract part of that. So I would say Apple gives Apple TV access with the new purchase of iPhone, or AT&T or such other companies are giving you a subscription option with new purchase of mobile with the data plan or calling services. So that's a product at the one end as a phone, and the other side the service of calling or using the online streaming platform. The other great idea that I have seen in a subscription model is a digital space or digital content streaming. So Netflix and Amazon Prime is not new to anyone, I would say, and they're like cloud space or hosting services as a just selling of digital space where you can host your websites or your files or back up your data, and many case like online study courses like Linda or My Classroom and many more that are selling the digital content online with a subscription. The last one I would say like couple of miscellaneous or specially designed subscription options. So I've seen like a monthly pass or a monthly promo code. Swiggy and Zomato is using very well. If you have a passes with the Swiggy Super, you can have a free delivery for 1 month to the 3 month of time, and you get certain extra benefits with the special discounts and many more things. Amazon save and subscribe button for many products for the grocery where you need it on a regular basis at your home or office. You can always have option. So you can go for that recurring and you get a special additional extra discount compared to the market price. Uh, Rental commerce, this is really unique and near to my heart, I would say, and really good area to explore. Uh, so here is a case like you subscribe to the product for a one time, and then you have a big long pause for the same service, and then you again subscribe to the same product after again a large interval of time. So here is the recurring payment is not predictable, but still you have option to subscribe to the same service again and again. Uber and Ola vehicle ride is a great example with that. Whenever you need it, you can subscribe to that service. You pay for that and just you get exit. Zoom car with the driverless car, I would say you drive by your own. And the same way, like nowadays, fashion industry is increasing with so many new websites like the graduation stashes or graduation coats and clothes, or even with the I would say heavy dresses with the larger amount of value where you buy it for once and maybe use it for once. Instead of that, you can just get it on a rent, and then you can return it after the function wherever you want to use. So this is a new area for the subscription where I can see a lot of improvement during the last 3 to 5 years of time. Um, SaaS solutions are the most successful business model, as we all know. Nothing new in terms of like being in e-commerce journey with the Shopify and WeCommerce, and even with the Adobe Cloud solution. So yeah, making extensions or applications, being a developer at the smaller level, and allow your customer to use it as a regular basis with the regular updates is a great idea of the business as of now. So since there are so many positives and the business is so lucrative, it won't be that easy to get in and to get the outcome all the time in the positive manner. So there are very known key challenges. To start with, I would say like the cash flow. Unlike to the one-time payment, where you get a full payment at the first invoice, here you need to wait for a longer period where you get just 10-20% of the actual invoice amount as a subscription, or maybe less sometime. So there may be a question of liquidity crunch. So you need to balance it very well at the time of designing the service or product. The sales cycle never ends. That always give client on the such a level like they feel like why I need to pay this much. So that is a case for them, and it's an infinite sales. Customer can move over quickly because they have not invested that much hugely in the software or product or infrastructure. So they have option to try another vendor if they find something lucrative at that time, and they can move away very quickly. So if you can't control the churn, then the subscription formula doesn't work for your business. So it is super, super important to retain the existing customer rather than focusing on acquiring new customer all the time. It is said that like customer retention is a key success for a subscription business. So couple of case studies that I have seen over the last couple of years. Adobe is a new name for all of us. So they started from selling like Photoshop or Creative Cloud licenses for one time to the cloud base, and they have increased the customer lifetime value for the same. It has given the clear expansion and cheaper entry point for the any new customer. They can try the software, they can verify, and then once the business grows, they can go to the next package. Spotify, the music streaming company, started in 2006, and now they have having like 217 million active users right now. So it has changed the complete new way to getting content or streaming online. Same for the Netflix and Amazon Prime. Dropbox, you get option to share the files or documents, and they have started like the freemium pricing as a allowing customer to try something for free. And once you are happy with that, you get in and then you pay for the services. So currently they are having a 12 million plus active customers. Microsoft, I already shared that example. They switched their regular one-time license fee of like $139.99 to the subscription model, and they started getting $99 yearly revenue. So if the customer is using it more than like 1.5 year, they get something better than their one-time license fee.
Sorry, Anuj, we are running out of
Shopify,
time.
yep, just 3 slides. Yep.
Yeah, 2 minutes
Shopify,
more max. Yeah.
we all know that $29 start with, and they have multiple plan. And currently, they are powering 1 million plus businesses all over the world. ClassPass, I guess, this a different kind of subscription with the membership, where you have option to use the same subscription on a different theme with the different type of courses. So it is not limited with the location or the type of service. You have variations with the different options. These are the very well example of case studies what they have get as a success, and just based on that, it is already said that like more than 50% known tech giants have already changed their process, or they are in the process of changing the way so they can deliver the goods or services with the subscription model. Just a couple of more statistics, I would say, from the McKinsey and Company. So before 10 years, it was just 1% online shoppers who have single subscription. The business has grown over more than 100% during the last 5 years. The customer lifetime value has increased 38% more, and the subscription business model, one or more subscription services are already signed up by 15% of online buyers. So, the people, those who are buying online, they have at least one or more subscriptions in this category. The projected number for the shoppers are 2.14 billion from McKinsey. So it's a very huge number, and it seems like it may grow exponentially even in the coming years. There is a huge potential to go into this. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuj.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing very insightful session for the business merchants, how SaaS application can help the merchants. It's really a nice session. Thank you so much. I
Thank you,
see
Manish.
there is no queries so far. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining this session. If you have any queries, you can connect on a LinkedIn, Twitter with Anuj. And thank you, Anuj.
Yep. Thank you, Manish. Bye.